Why is it saying my resolution's 1280? It's not. I just said it. I don't know, YouTube's being really stupid. Okay, I guess I'll just keep playing. Somebody mentioned something if my stream looks off. Let's get some music. These, those contraband servo skulls are insane for intels. Nice. Right now I'm doing a Void Crusade, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of intels this stream. I just want to at least finish one Void Crusade. It's pretty boring, just intels over and over again. Okay, one more all the way down here. I missed him. Why is this guy not dying? His like shield was out-regenning my poison. So I gotta switch to my single target weapon for this guy. It's hard to tell if I'm on my single target or my AoE weapon. The single target one has increased vulnerability effectiveness for DoTs. The AoE one spreads DoTs. Got him. Okay, nothing special in this map. We're gonna go do intels now, though. Oh, hey, thanks for the sub. You're watching? We have one mission left, cool. Let's get on to intels. I put level 94 in my title because I'm so close to leveling up. Something I want to do is catalog like everything that I get from intels. I did it with tier 1's insignias. I did it 10 times. I want to do the same thing with tier 2's and tier 3's. If you don't know, it is the week of the Horde, 100% bonus loot from intel missions. That paired with the insignias, it's just ridiculous. I want to empty my inventory so I know exactly what I get. Well, same thing with tarot cards. Cool. Get rid of chat so I can actually see my stuff. 21 tier 3 shards or insignias, nice. Intel. So I've been running the same exact tarot card setup. Not exactly efficient for leveling, but I'm already level 90, so who cares? I've just been doing treasure trove, momentum. Both of them give duplicating items, and then whatever tier of insignia. This is Callous Hunts. This is actually a tier 2. Let me open up my thing I've been cataloging it on. So trying to keep track of my relics, Archeotech relics, Ancient Morality tarot cards, tier 4-5 shards, red and yellow psalm codes, intels. Anything scary? Not really. There's not really much that this build can't do. I guess can't do critical hits is really annoying. Because if you don't know, DoTs do scale left crits and crit strength. Enemies can't take below 200 damage is really annoying too. I think it gets to a point where I just can't do that. I think that gets affected by poison. Reflect is no problem because I'm not really doing a lot of damage with my attacks. And I have a bunch of life gain on hit too. I just attack to apply poison. You can see there. Don't really do damage, but like once the poison is on there, they're gone. Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. I'm playing around with a lot of the settings. I had to factory reset my computer the other day. So I'm kind of going from scratch with all this audio stuff. Now we sit here while the servo skull drops all of its loot. It might take a few minutes. There you go. I can kill those guys really fast in yellow missions. In red missions, the single target starts to drop off, which is why I have a weapon swap. See if this is actually going to give me loot. It hasn't been. No. Oh man. It's okay. It might be overboard if it did give me loot. You can actually make the dodge rolls go by faster. If you're just using one button, see if I'm holding it down, there's like kind of a wait in between, right? But if I'm using two buttons, so mouse button spacebar, there's no wait in between. You can like get rid of the internal cooldown. It's really kind of weird how they do it like that. I'm not gonna do that. That's so tedious though to get around the map like that. It's just funny that you can do that. You can also use it to cancel animations. You can see I start shooting, I go, and the animation, like, it still goes off, but like I'm not sitting still doing it. It's kind of crazy. I think I really underestimated how good dodge rolls are. Like, it shoots while you're dodging. It's really cool. Like rolling around the entire map. Imagine actually rocking around maps like this. Oh my god. I'm gonna pretend like that's not an exploit I can do. Hey John, what's up? How you doing today? I've been spending the past few days trying to really gear out this assassin. I think I'm at a point where there's not much more I can do. I can upgrade my signums for sure. That's like the biggest thing. Right now we're just farming intels, and I want to at least complete the Void Crusade that I had started. Also, feel free to let me know if some audio stuff is off, because I had to factory reset my computer the other day. So I'm kind of going by scratch with all this stuff. If the music's too loud, if my voice is too quiet, anything like that would be appreciated. Looking on that tech ad at almost 70, nice. Sounds good. Awesome. Cool, cool. Yeah, I spent like the past little bit before this stream doing a lot of my microphone settings with the compressor and the noise gate and all that. So hopefully it's good. I'd rather not have to mess with that a lot. I'm also trying to catalog the loot that I get from these intels. I want want to see the difference between tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. I think I already know the answer. I already did 10 tier 1s. Just started 10 tier 2s, and then I'll do 10 tier 3s. Let's see, we're not counting blues and purples and all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds. It started with 20 intels, right? So 19 intels. Yeah, we got 9 intels from that one mission. Jesus. And the tier 4 shard. Yeah, I was actually I was inspired to do this because on the Discord, the game's Discord, Lord of Change was doing a lot of data hunting like this. He did it with Void Crusades. So I'm like, now that it's Week of the Horde, I kind of want to do it with insignias on intels. See just how insane it is. One sec, let me get a display capture thing going on so you can see my entire monitor. Oh wait. Wrong monitor. One sec. By the way, you like how messy my monitor is all the time? Here. This is my second monitor. I just have always so much stuff on. I never clean this up. Fit to screen. Look at this. This is my workspace. Let me put it on my main monitor. It's actually neat. Yeah, we did the tier 1s. Or I did it off stream because tier 1s are kind of really boring. Like, they're literally just basic intels. Sometimes you can get a tier 2, which you can see. The times that I got a tier 2, the loot was just insanely different. Other than that, not really too special. Tier 2s are going to be great. Tier 3s are just going to be through the roof insane, I think, once I get that. Tier 2s are really good. We got that, let's get back to gaming. I could have kept that, I think. That's 5 enchants versus my current 4 enchants, okay. I have a lot of crafting materials. I'll put that aside, I'll craft it later. 5 enchants, thick. Relic neural implants are awesome because you can get enraged token on crit on that. So having 5 enchants to craft that later is going to be awesome. Forgot the other level. I'm just putting everything into health at this point. And got that buff back up. I'm going to try and create some Void Crusades or complete. If I go plus 2 more levels on here, minus 78%, I think I can do it. The thing is, if I can't though, the punishment is very harsh. So for Void Crusades, I'm doing the double duplicate like I was before, and then I'm doing a perseverance for more intels. So my intels are going to be duplicated. It's insane. I get so many intels per map. Let me sell actually. Empty my inventory so I know exactly what I'm getting. Sell this stuff. Archeotech frame grenade might be nice to have a blueprint of. I'm selling all my tier 3 and lower shards, unless they're seasonal. Because I don't want to waste the inventory space. As you can see, I am running out. There's a problem. I have so many of these useless consumables. Can't even sell them for a lot. Okay, let's go. Hopefully I can do this. It's a purge. We'll see. My single target damage is lacking. Wait, I shouldn't mention because I'll probably be switching between them a lot this map. I have two setups. This one has applying poison spreads it. That's for AoE. This one is vulnerabilities are 300% more effective for DoT. That's my single target. I think that sucks. It's kind of hard to tell which one I'm switched to though, because they're all the same. Okay, I'm killing these guys fast enough. Cool. Oh, the champions too. Okay, good, good. Looks like I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. I am too squishy to be running up melee range like this though. There you go, perfect testing guy for my single target weapon. That too? Cool, let's see. I want to start the fight with my 2 all the time, because that's going to apply the most poison. And I want to hit him to apply vulnerabilities. And then he dies. The reason I want to do 2 first is because I have the... Oh wait. Oh, I changed it. I have to go fix that. I should have the like over 500% damage bonus for DOTs if they're at least a 3-second cooldown, which is what my 2 is always. Every time I dodge roll, the cooldown goes down a bit too, so it's not actually a 3-second cooldown. Sometimes I'm able to cast it like right away. See? But apparently I have the wrong item on. So shit. I guess I should be dealing even more damage than that. You can see when I'm killing things with it, I can spam it mainly because of eradicated protocols. Minus 4% cooldown for the area of effect skill used if it gets a kill, like per kill. So if I hit a horde with that, I'm able to just use it right away. I'll show you here. Almost right away. Bigger the horde, the bigger the cooldown. Let's see. Boom. I'm excited to make a build guide. I feel like I want to make 2 different build guides though, like one for poison and one for physical. See which one is better. Didn't get any good drops there, unfortunately. I only got like 2 intels. So apparently I have the wrong weapon on. I don't know how that happened. Oh, look, another Needler. Only 3 enchants though. If I can get a 5 enchant Needler, I will be happy. Looking for poison damage for things over 3 seconds. Unlucky. I might run out of resources. Less damage dealt for every debuff is insane. That's so much less damage. I'm applying so many debuffs. But I'd rather the poison still. Here we go. So that can roll up to 580. We got 560. I don't know if we want to be greedy, especially seeing how we only have 13 Machine God Sparks. Everything else here is almost capped, so like I'm really happy. Okay, let's see the difference. Let's do this hunt, get the last info fragment. Look at those poison numbers. Oh my god. It's only a yellow mission. I'll have to see. After this I'll do like a +6 again. That's an intel. We have to restack our buff. By the way, John, do you have a Discord? Are you in my Discord? Because if you are, let me know what your name is and I'll give you the role for being a supporter. Oh yeah, I am noticing the damage increase. A single target setup now. Go, go, go. Sick. No chest here? I thought there was. All enemies are heavily armored. Yeah, not doing that. I have armor shred, but there's a bug. Let me get an intel that gives plus levels. 96. Cool. All enemies are heavily armored. Yikes. How many intels am I gonna waste trying to get like a decent one? Here we go. 97. That's plus 3 already. Make that plus 8. 87% damage dealt. Okay. That's the highest that I've done on this build so far. Let's see if I can do it. And a tier 2 insignia. Only thing is I'm not using my tarot cards that I was, so I'm not going to record the data for this. I'm doing this to test out my build's power, really. Just as Polkian? I don't know what that means. What language is that? If you're asking if I speak that language, then the answer is no, I'm sorry. Oh, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Is this game good? I think it's very good, yeah. If you like action RPGs, or if you like Warhammer 40k, I would say definitely pick it up. You might want to wait till it's on sale, depending on how into those things you are. But I really enjoy it myself, definitely worth the money, in my opinion. Right now I'm doing the hardest mission I've tried on this build. I'm trying to push this poison idea as far as I can. Still some gear improvements I need to do, but it looks like I'm doing pretty well. I'm very squishy. That's like a very common problem with the assassin. I need to figure that out. Yeah, maybe switch out Acolyte's Heed with the one that gives me damage resist, since I am proccing lightning so much. Maybe that will work. That'd be something. Yeah, time for my single target set up. See how I can do this. Nice. It even does quite a bit of AoE too. It just doesn't spread the DoTs, that's all. That's why I call it a single target setup. Hello, what is your level? It's in the title, I'm level 94 currently. The max level is 100 if you don't know. It's not one of those games where it's like rush to level 100 and the game starts. Level 100 is quite a grind. I'd say the game starts like level 35. That's when the end game stuff opens up. Kind of like Path of Exile in a way where like you don't really have to reach level 100. I feel pretty dead. Alright, I'll rechat in a second. Gotta get this Norgal Halberd down. Game achieved mixed reviews. Yeah, before 2.0, it was not very good, honestly. The 2.0 really helped it. Like, it's such a better game now. I'm a level 70 tech adept and barely beat the main story. The Alpha Pariah. Oh yeah? What kind of tech adept build are you going? And do you have Sanko Doctrines in? Because that's like one of the biggest things that will push you. Okay, time for the last guy. Try and get this done smoother this time. Yeah, I'd like to hear what constructs you're using. If you need any help, let me know. If you have any questions on how to like make them stronger or anything like that. What is this? Anguish. Wrath. What does Wrath do on a body armor? I should check during the loading screen. I know it's really good on an implant. Armor is chance to get an unraged token on hit taken. Okay. I mean, that doesn't sound great on an assassin, but on a Crusader, that sounds awesome. On an assassin, you don't really want to get hit that much. I feel like I want to keep it anyways. I'd be sick for like a melee build. What is Anguish? Probably something really bad. Oh, we're knocked back on hit. Yeah, no. Get rid of that. And now we fight the big Chaos Knight. Level 99. He's gonna give us a lot of intels. Attack speed, HP for ranged enemies. Chaos Knight counts as a ranged enemy too, doesn't it? Can I handle it with 51% more HP? Or do I go for tarot cards instead? That seems like a lot easier. Yes. It's my first playthrough. Not even sure if I was building correctly. I haven't really gotten into the Sanko Doctrines yet. What should I do? It depends on what ones you're using, which constructs. If you're doing heat damage, then put on that one that's heat damage affects your constructs as well. If it's physical, do the other way around. Those are like the biggest ones. Developers still have a lot of things planned. It'll be even better. Have you played Grim Dawn? Yeah, on my channel, before I was in the 40k, my channel was mainly a Grim Dawn channel, so it's funny you ask. I love Grim Dawn. It was still, I would say, my top #1 action RPG of all time. And I think the one thing that puts it up there above everything else is mod support and the community behind the modding in that game. That's like the one thing that makes it better than anything else out there, in my opinion. See if we can fight this guy. Oh yeah, we're chipping him down very easily. One sec, I might not be reading chat much here because I gotta focus. It'd be a real shame to die and lose all this. This guy got killed a lot quicker than I thought. Shit, I need to do it a higher level next time. For me too. Oh, you like Ramadan as well? That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. I want to definitely go back one day, especially when there's new mods out or like a lot of the mods are updated. Awesome community with that. Recommended after the main story to do Void Crusades. I'm not sure if I'm ready. Using 2 Castellans and 2 Transula. Yeah, see, that's your problem, I think. Everything else was buffed except for Castellans. How in the world can I summon more Castellans? There's pieces of gear you can get with 20% minus data flex reserve. I think the biggest thing you can get is on your armor piece, Archeotech relic. I would say I would say do Void Crusades as soon as you hit level 35. But that might be more of like an expert advice because like you said, I don't know if you'll be strong enough, especially if it's your first playthrough. I would say it doesn't hurt to at least try. 'Cause if you put a Void Crusade in, worst case scenario, you fail the one mission, but you can do any of the other missions, right? I would say it would not hurt to try at all. Intels, yes, especially now, yes. It's the week of the Horde. You get 100% bonus loot and 50% bonus XP from Intels this week only. So yes, 100,000%. Which weapon am I on? AoE. Let's switch to single target. That's right. These things, the turrets are harder than the boss. They nerfed Caliston? No. They didn't nerf it. They buffed everything else. They left Castellan untouched, pretty much. Castellans are not very strong at the moment. But I don't think anyone's taken the time to like fully min-max it out, so it's hard to say that. But from what I've heard, it's not very strong while leveling. It's one of the weaker constructs now. So that might be an issue for you. But if you like the robots, by all means. I'm trying to do a robot build myself, just because I want to see how far I can push it. Which constructs are the strongest? I've heard a lot of good things about the Vanguards and the Destroyers, the Cataphron ones. I've seen videos of builds with Cataphron Destroyers doing like plus 25 missions and actually killing things so quickly. I personally love the Vivisectors. The Tarantula turrets are awesome too, because they now have that slam. Literally everything but the robots, I would say. Look at all this loot. Any good stuff? Nah, we're not at the good stuff yet. There's the 5 enchantments. 11k HP, nice. Yeah, like if you're liking it, for sure, don't let like the community tell you what's bad and what's good. Whatever you like, whatever works for you. That's the way that I see things anyways. A lot of times when I'm playing action RPGs and I see a lot of people say things like X item, X skill is completely useless, don't even think about it. I just take that as like a challenge. I take that as a challenge, like, oh yeah, look what I can do with it. I'll keep that. That's 5 enchantments. On a level 90 item. Maybe I'll make a build with that one day. Pestilence don't do a lot of damage. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it might be worth just keeping one. You can even put it on your offhand, so it just summoned automatically. If I was a tech adept, I would show you a lot of the points you can get on the trees to really help you out. Unfortunately, I can't. I can show you aim shots. That's what your weapon setup? Yeah. So with a needler rifle, I think the really important thing you need to know is for each projectile with physical damage, 2 additional projectiles are created. That's in my chest piece. The needle rifle's kind of really bad without that, I think. If I go on my tech adept today, I will. But yeah, this weapon is my main weapon. 559% DoT effects applied with skills with a 3-second cooldown. And then we have poisons are spread. Got some HP on hit. On our second hand, we have the same thing, except this has vulnerability stacks are 300% more effective. And that's my single target setup. I switch to that when I'm trying to fight a big boss. I use this when I'm just clearing the map. Have an endgame? Yeah, I was just doing the endgame. I need to set up a bot so I can just type in like !void crusade and it would show my video. Yeah, I have a video that's pretty much a guide on the complete endgame system. Which is this. You make a path to the middle. There's different types of missions. Certain missions will up the difficulty. Secret missions, you have to like do objectives and they'll give you a gigantic loot bonus. Stuff like that. You can full complete them, like the biggest bonus, or you can speed farm them, which is what I normally do. It's cool. I like it. Let's empty my inventory. How can I join other players' matches online? There is a co-op multiplayer thing, but no one uses it. You can check that every now and again. You can maybe even create your own party, see if people will use it. Other than that, you can just like type like, hey, who's looking for a party? So yeah, that's HOARD Crusade. I'm not doing that though. I want to do intels. I want to do high level intels. Oh, welcome back, John. I guess okay, that explains why you weren't answering when I had asked you. Are you on my Discord? And if you are, can you tell me your Discord name so I can give you your role for being a supporter now? +8. Recruit missions? Yeah, you can set that up. You can try and set up like a recruit map thing, but I don't think a lot of people use that. I never see anybody on there. Inoculator usage is disabled, okay. It's not fun. Did you level using that setup? I imagine it would be rough without... So yeah, this is my second character in the season, so I had everything set up. I did something ridiculous. Right at level 20, I put 6 sockets into my chest and fully socketed it out. Do not recommend that for your first character. That is way too many resources that you probably don't have. Leveling up a second character is, I would say, at least 5 times quicker than leveling up your first character. Because you have a lot of stuff saved up. You level up your tarot cards for more XP, stuff like that.
The mysterious ways of the Inquisition never cease to frighten me. They dispatch an agent of your caliber to rescue some imperial cannon fodder. Will they get a hero's welcome or end up in an interrogation chamber?
We're at minus 90% damage dealt now. Yeah, my single target's not that good. When I switch over to this, it gets a bit better. This is tough. I am very squishy.
These ones are lucky to be alive. There is more that needs your help.
Finished a world event. 60 missions. Buffing the enemy champion. Summoning extras. Got it real. Yeah, there are some tarot card stuff that can really mess you up. Honestly, though, the ones that say extra creatures and packs, those ones are the best ones to get. But when it says like fucking 200% HP and physical resist for elite enemies, now that's... Okay, one sec. So that can make things tough. Also, not being able to use the inoculator, which is what I got. Which sucks, because I kind of rely on that. Oh, you're bad at work? Oh no, all good, dude. No problem. I just wanted to make sure, if you're not into using Discord, you don't have to. I know, I keep asking man behind the PC the same exact question. I think at this point he just doesn't use Discord though. Fuck. I got so close to killing. We need to work on our damage reduction. Only 36%. Not good. My dodge is 37. I need to get those up somehow. I don't know. Like, the only way I can think of is just getting more enchantments on my gear. So I'd give up HP. So, like, I'm only at 7k HP. My tech adept was at 10k. Plus the 30k shield that he could get. Assassin is, like, very squishy. There's not many defensive layers you can get. How does suppression work? I get super suppressed quick with a ton of enemies. Every time you take damage, like, I think a percentage of that damage you take goes to suppression. And there's some attacks that deal a ridiculous amount more suppression. Like, I think any type of missiles, if you get hit by them, ton of suppression damage. And I think this guy, actually, the guy that's hitting me right now, if I don't just dodge all the attacks. Some attacks deal more suppression than others, I'm trying to say. Once it's in the yellow, you can get, like, slowed and all that stuff. Okay, I'll give you the roll right after the stream then. Thank you, dude. In the red, you can get, like, stunned and knocked down. Sucks. Suppression's really important to make sure you can keep it up. I keep it up from this. 10% of all DoT is leached as suppression. I wish there was something like that with health, though. Oh my god, he just respawned. Got him. Why is data flux important for the tech adept class? For the build that I was doing, it was very important. For the build that you're doing, with crystalline robots, it's not very important. You'll use data flux when summoning turrets, that's about it. For my build, I was doing vivisectors, so every time I spent data flux, I would get back health, I'd get back suppression, I'd get energy shield. And with the vivisectors, I could just spam it as much as I want. It was really, really insane. But for your build, you won't really be spamming data flux. Unless you're spamming your turrets, then you'll probably run out if you do that. Look at all this, holy shit. I'm happy I'm back at +9 missions. Now I can actually see the big loot. Skill points all over the place where I don't need them. Maybe. I wish there was like a path of building or something you can send me so I can look at that. There's no like easy way for me to look at your build though. If you have any questions about whether or not a certain skill point affects your constructs or anything, feel free to ask. I know a lot of people get confused by that. They'll put points in the like physical tree thinking that that affects their constructs. It would only affect their constructs if it says X, Y to constructs. Yeah, that's one of the big problems with this game. All of the information, or most of the information you need to know is either on that compendium, which is just a big, giant, long, scrolling list of information, or it's on third-party tools like the Enchant Viewer and stuff like that. Yeah, like my biggest gripe is that the game doesn't explain SOM codes in any way, or SOM code doctrines. Which is insane, because that's like the biggest damage boost you can get. And the only way you can learn about it is if you go online. It's kind of funny. Yikes. PS4 got rid of communities. Would have been nice to join. Oh, are you on PS4? Oh, you're on PS4. I wish I knew that. The game is so different for you. Okay, Tech Adept got completely reworked in this season on PC right now. If you're on PS4, you're playing like a completely different game right now. But don't listen to what I'm saying about Tech Adept. I'm sorry to confuse you even more. PS4 is a few months behind in patches. So you're playing like a different class now. Pretty much. Castle and robots are still gonna be good. Yeah, so on PC, this last patch did the huge giant rework to Tech Adept, where every single one of his constructs were like buffed really hard. And they completely changed how weapons work. They changed a lot of stuff. Tried using it for a level 84 Void? Tried using what, sorry? I must have forgot what I was talking about. The new Tech Adept is amazing, yeah. For better or for worse? Way better. Before this, Tech Adept was considered by most people the weakest class for endgame, which would explain why you're having so much trouble. In which, like I said, I apologize for confusing you even more. If I knew you were on PS4, I wouldn't have given all that false information earlier. That guy keeps... Whenever I kill him, or sometimes when I kill him, he just kind of gets full health again. Do you like using a potion or inoculator or something? He had a good leveling Psyker build. A lot of people are using Extermination with... They're called the Fire Aura that you literally start with. The Fire Aura is like one of the strongest things to level with on the Psyker. I forget what it's called. But you literally just walk past things and they die. Builds are all over the place. Also don't know what to farm. Yeah, builds are all over the place. And then 90% of the builds are old. Some of the builds are new. So it's so confusing for like a new player on console. It's so hard to find a build guide that's actually up to date. and you don't know what to farm, Void Crusades is really the biggest one. You can make them as easy or as hard as you want to. But that's going to be your best spot to get items. Which is most likely what you're going to need. And then you can salvage all the relics that you get for materials to re-roll relics. There's a really useful tool that I have open like all the time when I'm playing this game. You're on console, I don't know if you have access like a computer whenever you're playing like I do. But if you do, if you're ever crafting items, you can look at that and you can look at all of the enchants available. Which void is the easiest? Ivory. Ivory and Ebony, I think, are the easiest, because you can complete them in just 5 missions. So you don't have to get the difficulty levels to get really high up. Any good gear? One day I'll get a needle rifle with 5 enchantments. Selling everything below tier 4. Except for seasonals. Keeping all the seasonals. How many do I have? How many tier 5s can I make? Does anybody in chat want some tier 5 guards? You can only normally get them if you do all 5 challenges. But I'll give some away for free. No strings attached or anything. How does this work? I need to... Okay. Oh, my mic was off. Thanks for letting me know. I replied to that message, the whole 20 warp damage per second debuff. That's insane. I didn't know that worked that way. That'd be insane if you had a lot of chance on hit taking to proc the lightning bolt. I don't know if my mic was off when I was mentioning it, but this mission has a 5-minute cooldown, or cooldown time limit. I gotta be quick. It's a purge, and then I gotta fight the boss at the end. See if I can do it. It'd be cool if I didn't have to sit here and wait for all this to drop. Oh my god, dude. Hurry up. Look serious? Okay, finally. I'm gonna have like 2 minutes to kill the boss by the time I get there. I'm not sitting waiting for that guy to drop all his loot. I know, it's ridiculous, the amount of loot that gets dropped. Wait till I kill the boss, if I can kill him. I'm sure I can kill him, it's just, can I get there fast enough? I'll come get this chest after. I'm left after loot. They know, right? It all fell at once. Yeah, I think it's taking so long because of I'm using 2 different duplication cards, and I think the loot's just getting duplicated over and over again. That's why it takes so long.
You are no Astartes, but you can certainly fight Inquisitor.
Enemies left 1. Which is my single target? Oh, okay, I'm on it. Cool. And he didn't even heal. Is the tech adept Inquisitor from the Hereticus? I think all of the playable Inquisitors are just like from not a specific one in general. They're just kind of like all over the place. They do a bit of everything. We did it. Now we can open up our chests. 7 keys. Sick. I can open them all. You get higher to lower rarity, including things grab anyways, like Terra. Oh, is that the case? I guess I haven't noticed that. Let me see. I know the game counts hero cards as low rarity. Doesn't seem to be the case for me. It dropped the blue stuff first. What does that do? Nothing, it's a bug. It's just a funny time travel bug. I was getting reds and oranges first. It might be different on like everything. I think everything has its own special way of dropping. Because maybe that's the case with everything but these chests. I'm just sitting here opening chest after chest. I feel like noticing from like the boss loot pinata, I think that's the case where it drops reds and the rarest stuff first. And there's another chest down here. By the way, guys, if you don't know, the dodge roll is really weird. So if I hold it down, there's like a cooldown in between, right? I have to sit and wait. But I have it set to 2 different keys. Forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. You can bypass the cooldown and just like roll around the map if you really wanted to. It's kind of really funny. Especially when you have something like this, chance to trigger Thunderbolt of Authority on dodge. They're listening to a lot of 40k, no idea how dark. Oh god, it's crazy. When you say listening, do you mean like a lot of the lore YouTube videos? I want to get into the audiobooks. I don't know much about the 40k universe. I know the basics. I hear the audiobooks are really good. What? Why spin the window and you can roll to win? I know, right? I'll be right back. 1 sec. Back. They're either really good or really bad. The audiobooks, do you mean? But the Dune world was wild. 40k. Yeah, 40k is like one of the darkest. There's a lot of things. To keep the Emperor alive, from what I believe, they have to kill like thousands of psychers a day and feed them to him. Thank you. Oh, that's a bit much loot. Any needle rifles? No. And the PC version, the HUD is not in the middle of the screen. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit more HUD customization would be nice for sure. Oh. This is a 5 enchantment landmine, but it has like a really shitty main enchantment. I don't think that matters though. Hey Midas. My cat's on top of my chair. The books and storytelling in general, gotcha. I'll have to look at the reviews then before I get any of them. It was way too over. I like Thorn. I like the characters in this game. It's funny when Thorn starts like not listening to you in the one mission. It's like, what? I'm an Inquisitor though. Tier 2, how's my inventory? 35 tarot cards. Cool. When am I getting close to level 5? This thing's almost level 5, kinda. Inoculator charges, that's fine. Okay. Let's do a little bit of homework. Now I'm sat in my chair launching 40k Inquisitor. It's your fault, dude, haha. That's okay, just send me over your homework and I'll do that for you. I'll do it on stream. Not really. Don't take that seriously. What kind of homework is it? Is it like super shitty stuff? Like calculus? The Emperor did, yeah. The morality path. So far I read stick to 1 and don't change. Yeah, so it's pretty much it unlocks skill trees. It unlocks skill trees once you get like halfway there, and once you get all 300 you'll unlock a new weapon type, a new item type, called morality relics. So if you have to pick one and then stick with it, because if you ever do a choice of the other side, it will set you back a lot. And it's really annoying. Morality is one of those things they really have to rework. I don't like it. I don't ever farm it. It's way too tedious, I think. Sure, you get some good passives, some good items, but I'm not gonna sit here for like 10 hours on every character that I make to go through the story to farm that. That's kind of silly. How do you do that? Very easily. Because at this point, 20% cooldown for skills with a medium cooldown, 4 to 10 seconds. The idea is get this just above 4. It's on 4.1. So I use it, roll, use it. Also, this says the cooldown goes down for everything I hit and kill with it. So if I'm actually hitting things, I can use it even more often. See? I just gotta roll around a bit. And then also synergizing with that, I have 559% DoT damage for skills with more than a 3-second cooldown. Which this is technically on a more than 3-second cooldown, but it's actually on like a kind of a 1.5-second cooldown, depending on how many things I hit with it. I can just kind of spam it. Yeah, 4.1 purely with... Yep! Yeah, it made the biggest thing... One sec. Let me clear the room before I start looking at my inventory. Yeah, so my cooldown reduction is at... Where is it on the tree? I know it's somewhere. Cooldown reduction, 33.7. And also I have the secondary enchantment, minus 23% supreme cooldown reduction for Needler Blast. I'm pretty sure that's the highest you can get on a level 90, 23. Which is good, because if anything higher than that would screw me over. These servo skulls have a lot of HP. Seems like the Inquisitor way. That's usually one that I go. Yeah, they added a new one. This won't be on PS4, but it's on console. They added 15% experience gain. Going Radical might be pretty good. Tried earlier, it didn't work. I had no AoE. Oh, you need AoE from... The thing that gives me AoE is applying poison effect on an enemy also applies poison on enemies in a 5-meter radius. That's why I'm able to like clear rooms really fast. My single target lacks though. Next week's the week of wisdom. Needler assassin, convert damage to warp passive, summon Nurgling. Oh my god. You just go a full out fucking Nurgle build. That sounds amazing, yeah. Went Radical, that is very Radical. Radical's really good on Psychers, you get a lot of warp damage bonuses. But I think my goal for this is eventually... So I want to make the build guide for the poison, however far that can go. I don't see that going above +10, so... And then I want to make a build guide for like a physical damage version of this build, which I'm going to guess is going to get much higher. I think you can scale physical damage a lot easier than DoTs. We'll see how it happens. How do you farm morality points? Story missions... I think there's at least like one mission per chapter that has one. After like chapter 3, I might be wrong about that though. And the other thing is priority assignments, but those are the most boring waste of times content in this game by far. Which is why I don't like farming morality. It gives you enough if you make all the right choices, which is very bad design if you ask me. That's okay. Hopefully it gets changed.
He deserved worse, much worse.
See if the morality the first one, pick one again. Need a new one every day. Yeah, you can do that if you really wanted to. Not very efficient though. Why are the developers holding have a console version? Like holding back the patches? It's because the console game was released, I think like 2 or 3 months after the PC game. So it's 2 to 3 months late on the updates because of that. As simple as that. And they have a lot of different QA testing stuff they gotta do on consoles, different than PC. Also, I hear Sony can be like a real jerk to a lot of game companies when it comes to putting out updates on their games, like they just won't let them. Oh, it's all good. I know Microsoft lets game companies update their games whenever they want on Xbox. But I hear on PlayStation, on the Sony store, if you want to update your games, you have to go through so many fucking hoops to deal with Sony and their BS. From what I've heard. No chest. Wonder if they'll let me stop auto picking up the purple blueprints. Is that your keyboard while spamming? I have it set to... Is what my keyboard? Is there like a noise? It might be. I have space set to that. Space to do it backwards, and mouse button 4 to do it forwards. I have 2 different keys. If my mic's picking up my keyboard, I might want to change some of my settings. Sony micromanaging developer. Because they have their own rule set where like updates go on their time frame instead of the others. I'm not sure why they do it that way. They're very weird. Sony is very weird when it comes to their consoles. They want... I think their whole like marketing plan is with exclusives. Like they only really care about their exclusives. Like fuck the indie games. Is what I've seen. And I think they might also be worried about people putting in patches that are either like against their terms of services or straight up have viruses, if that's a possible thing that can happen. I'm not sure on PlayStations. Who knows at the end of the day. Three stacks. 3 tarot cards. Sony throws indies under the bus. Yeah, I watch Yanye too. Yeah, that's actually where I got... Yeah, that's where I heard about how shitty Sony can be to their indie devs. He's a really good source of video game news. Critical hits are disabled, 40% HP, and a lot of damage bonuses. Okay. Let's see.
Priority targets identified in teleportarium range. Decoded Vox transmissions and Augur scans indicate
That mission took a long time to load for some reason.
combat capabilities. Neutralizing the targets offers significant long-term benefits.
When will they make a Dawn of War 3? I'm not sure. I've never actually played Dawn of War. Actually, never ever played a Warhammer 40k game before this. I played Warhammer games. I played Vermintide. But I'd say my guess, probably tomorrow evening we'll have Dawn of War 3. And then next week we'll have Dawn of War 4. I think I forgot to put an insignia in this mission. I don't know. I've never seen this tier 2 mission before. That's okay if I did, no big deal. These credits on the ground getting quite annoying. How many things are you applying? Poison, slow, bleed, Bizvan. The base skill alone, it applies poison and needler toxin. Needler toxin is like a unique debuff, minus 1% movement speed penalty, stacking for 10 seconds. It's really only used for sniper shot, which we don't scale in this build, so we just pretend it's not there. But sniper shot will consume the needler toxin marks, get crit chance and crit damage, which is sick on a physical damage build. Does nothing for me. Like, I doubt I can even... Yeah, see, I can't even get like a regular enemy down with it. Cause... Well, they make new DLC. So that's like a big... It's like a big topic of discussion for this game. They don't have plans. But seeing how like popular this game is becoming with this season, I feel like they should rethink that. I think a DLC would do very, very well in this game now that there's like a lot more people playing it. And people love their 40k stuff. They want to mainly do seasonal content. Like I said, I think they should rethink that. DLC would be awesome. Yeah, like while it was not a great game during before 2.0, I think a DLC would have been a bad idea. But now that like they made the game a lot better and it's got a bigger player base, I think a DLC would be an amazing idea. Invisible. New DLC, Adeptus Mechanicus. Don't we already have that? I don't know if there'd be a new class. Definitely be a new faction, new story. I would love to see orcs and just new enemy types in general. And also, you asked me how many debuffs I'm applying. I am applying bleed. Just because this thing says ton of damage bonus for poison against bleeding enemies. Not scaling bleed, but bleed scales poison, which is really good. And then yeah, vulnerabilities, which like every build should have. Got a chance to apply them here. Apply them on crit. Why do I have that point? I need to refund that. Apply them on crit from here, and apply them on crit from here. If there ever was a new class, I don't know what they would be. I don't think I know enough about Warhammer. It'd be cool if it was like it was like a demon. I highly doubt they would ever let like a demon in a Inquisition though. The hero looks too squishy. I am very squishy. Or do you mean the tech adept class looks too squishy? He's not a full tech priest yet. Do ticks apply vulnerabilities? No. No, they do not. That'd be crazy. I apply them through crits and through this one item. Also, general vulnerability. Oh yeah, and this too. Adds a vulnerability based on the critical type. God, I had that. And then general vulnerability when they get a debuff. Which... I can reroll this. Yeah, I can get rid of the physical damage bonus. That doesn't do anything for me. I'd have to reroll all enchantments to get 2 secondaries. And I would get 15% damage bonus for DoTs, and then there's another one I can get for poison increase. I wish there was a way to support them more than show interest in this game. Yeah, they used to have their collector's editions that were like ridiculous amounts of money, kind of like a Path of Exile used to have. I don't believe they're available anymore though. Alpha Pariah, oh dude! That's actually that would be very, very cool. That would be an awesome way to end the story. We can actually play as the Alpha Pariah, purging away demons and stuff. That'd be sick. Enemies are immune to attacks that deal less than 200 damage. I cannot do that one. I think that's one of the side effects of their stupid choice decision making in the story. You can either choose to kill him, where he'll die on camera and you'll see, or you can choose not to kill him, where he'll just teleport away and never come back and you forget about him. So it's like, no matter what choice you make, it's the same outcome. It's kind of silly. It's just so they can do their morality points thing, which I think is pretty not fun.
We've detected multiple reality distortion waves near you, Inquisitor. The warp gates are active. I've activated
The elder races need a visit. They're too uppity. They are. He escapes with the Alpha Pariah. Wait one sec, loot's dropping. He escapes with the Pariah after you kill your first Norgal demon host. After 6, we take her back, she says he was gone. Oh really? I guess I never really went through the story without just killing him. Because yeah, you can either choose to kill him or let him live, I didn't know. That's cool, then more stuff happens, but either way, he just disappears. It's kind of like an illusion of choice, right? Doesn't really affect the story either way. But yeah, Jesus Garcia. That's an awesome idea. Alpha Pariah playable class. I would love to see that.
one less gateway into the madness.
Ow. Son of the martyr story. Oh, he just disappeared. Yeah, yeah. Gotcha, you're talking about prophecy, okay. I didn't really pay much attention to the prophecy story, not gonna lie. I skipped through most of it.
You're still detecting signs of demonic presence. Go to the next
They probably just didn't really think it through when they made the original story. They probably weren't thinking about future expansions and, oh wait, this very important character might need to come back. But half of us have him dead, half of us have him MIA. Cool combat feel. Yeah, see, when you're seeing my character, this is like kind of super decked out stuff. So you might not look like this for a while. But yeah, I enjoy the combat. I really like how in this game you're actually fighting the monsters, you know? A lot of action RPGs have you just getting so powerful that you kind of like look at a monster and it dies. Like monsters just become an obstacle. This game, the way difficulty scaling works, it's based on the level of the mission compared to your level. And you're rewarded very heavily for doing higher level missions. It's like you can feel like a badass like this. I'm doing a yellow. And I'm just like destroying things and it feels amazing. I'm not getting the best loot though. If I wanted to do like really hard missions, it'd take longer. But I'd get much better loot. Oh, a tier 3 insignia, shit. Either way, the loot's insane, no matter what. How are you getting so much loot? It is the week of the HOARD. This game has different weeks. Every week there's like a new thing, a new like global buff that everybody has. I think it's different for you on console, but for us it's week of the HOARD, which is 100% increased loot from Intels, which I am running right now. Also, my tarot cards are leveled up. I'm running 2 duplicating ones. 2 of them that say a chance to duplicate your loot when it drops, which is insane. So that's definitely getting me a lot more stuff. Poison is physical? Yep. It is physical. If you're asking because you're thinking of a Somcode doctrine that reduces physical resist, I would advise against that. I think that one's very bad. Reducing enemy resist is not very useful. Enemies only have resist if you put them on a tarot card. And honestly, armor shred should be enough. But yeah, like I don't have any items with 5 enchantments. That's really what you're looking for. Because I'm on a low level mission, I'm not gonna probably see a single one. So I was thinking of physical damage turns into warp damage. Gotcha. Yeah. And then you can get all warp damage is armor breaking. Because right now what I have for armor shred is this, which I guess you'd get anyways with the Somcode doctrine. Reduces armor by 5% per hit. If I'm shotgunning with this thing hits 9 times. 9 different projectiles, all shotgunning, so that's a big armor decrease. Let's do another intel. Let me empty my inventory though. I got a lot of intels, holy shit. Actually, let me do the boss. Actually, this is gonna be my last mission. What time is it? Yeah, 1:35. Gotta get off at 2. Okay, we're gonna do the boss. And see what we get, then I'll get off. Red tech items have 5 sockets? You gotta add the sockets. You can add sockets to anything you want. It's very expensive, so I wouldn't do it to low level stuff. You said you're level 70? I would do it at level 70. I think after level 50 is a good spot to start socketing your stuff. Depends on how much credits you have though. You socket in the forging tab, by the way, in the tech. When you talk to the tech priest crafter. Forgot about those. Out of socket, crazy expensive. Gonna have to sell your intels. Yeah, intels are one of the best things to sell for money. If you have a lot of them, for sure. The other really good thing to sell is Archeotech shards, even just the lower tier ones. I always want to sell my tier 3s or lowers. You get a decent amount of money from those. How do you get intels? Random drops from monsters. The most consistent way would probably be from the Void Crusades, because one of the chests at the end can give you consumables. Oh, boss, I guess, aggroed on me. Got chaotic. It's got very chaotic. I have that hero card that spawns demons when I kill enemies. So I'm like killing the ads and just spawning more and more ads. Got the boss though. I need to do this at a higher level. I always surprise myself how fast I can kill him. I keep thinking this build is weak. Right now the console is 1 week behind. Not 1 week behind, I'd say 2 months behind. Right now you're on the season of the Warp Surge, which is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. I kind of miss that season. This is season of the Void Brethren. This whole boss, the boss that I just did, is only part of that. Here, I'll link you some guy's YouTube actually if you're looking for guides. There's one content creator for this game that does specifically console. Actually PS4, which is literally what you're playing. 1 second. I'm sure I can find him very quickly. He has some build guides. I know he has one for the Tech Adept. Like, it's outdated for PC, but it'll work for you. What are the highlights of the Warp Surge? 1 sec. Let me get you another video. I actually made a video on that a while ago, literally explaining everything about the Warp Surge. I think would be better. So I can't really explain something that I can't see at the moment. No second. So there's everything about the Warp Surge. And here is STU Boo. That guy makes content for Warhammer, mainly for PS4. So he should definitely be able to help you. And be a lot less confusing than the answers that I would give you. I wouldn't say peasant. I used to play on console too. I used to mainly be on Xbox, but when I got my first job, I wanted to build a PC really bad, so I used my first paycheck to just get a bunch of PC stuff, and now I'm PC. Love you, Smatty. Vented all my tea. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you get a ton of money. It's such a waste to keep that stuff in your stash, too. I started doing that because I was running out of stash space, and I'm like, I don't need all these shards. It's too many. I'm using NVIDIA. My graphics card's very poor. I'm on a GTX 960 still. Need to upgrade that for sure one day, but it works. Just can't play things on high graphics. Yeah, now you know. The tier 4s and 5s are always nice to have. You'll never know when you need, like, health gain on hit or something. Yeah, no problem. I wish stuff like that was in the actual game's explanation. I'd really love to see a lot of this stuff updated. Because I was just as confused as most people are when I first began this game too. Honestly, like the biggest reason why I know a lot of this stuff is because I went on the game's Discord and asked. I didn't figure this all out myself either. What? Especially like before 2.0 is just so confusing. I'm gonna get off now, guys. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Come across these channels before. Yeah, if you've like been looking up Warhammer videos, he'd surely show up. But he's on console, so he'll have like more information that makes sense to what you're doing. No problem. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, guys. Man is kidding off. Yeah, unfortunately, I have a real life.